I'm Elena with YouTube Pilates. We're going to be doing a Pilates mat workout today. The only thing that you're going to need for this workout is yourself and a mat. In Pilates, we usually have a thick mat. If you don't have a thick mat, that's okay. Work out on a carpet, put a towel underneath you, put a blanket underneath you, put something underneath you where it could be padded up. I want no pain during this workout. We do a lot of rolling on our spine in classical mat work, and that's why we need a thick mat. If we're doing that rolling mechanism and you were feeling that pain, you can always double up your mat or triple up your mat and then roll over that padded mat as well. So don't ever cause your body to get to that pain level. That is not the point of Pilates. Mat Pilates to me is one of the hardest workouts that we do on all the apparatus because we're not using any springs, we're not using anything but our own body weight with gravity. So be patient when it comes to this mechanism of movement. If you meet an exercise that's challenging for you to do what you can with that exercise. We're going to move on to another exercise pretty quickly. So don't let your ego get involved. Set it off to the side and gain some strength. Remember, this is a practice, and every time you face it again, you are going to get stronger. Your body's going to understand what we're doing. This is Miss Brooklyn. So let's get started. I'm going to see if I can share this mat with her. We're going to start standing up. I want you to stand on one edge of the mat. You're going to have your feet up against the back edge of the mat, the heels anyway. Let's have our hands by our side. We take a big inhale through our nose, and let's ground ourselves before we get this movement going. And let's exhale. All we're doing is breathing. Let's breathe in through our nose, fill up our lungs at every angle that you can imagine, forward, back, top, bottom, and every diagonal you can think of. On your exhale, blow that air out of your mouth with a relaxed face, relaxed lips, and then start to force the air out and feel how that pulls in your abdominal wall. That's our Pilates breath. Breathe in through your nose, fill up your lungs at every angle you can imagine. Fill up that belly even. Let that belly take up space. Exhale, blow everything out of your mouth, and then start to force the air out and feel how that pulls your abdominal wall in. That is the level of work in Pilates. We need that exhale to execute a lot of these movements. Let's inhale, reach our arms out to the side. Let's look up towards our hands. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest. Start to round and roll down bone by bone, like we're peeling off our spine bones one by one off of one another. Inhale at the bottom, slight bend in the knees. Exhale, round and roll up. Blow that air out of your mouth. Never forget that Pilates breath. Start to stack up your spine bones. Arms are just going to stay down towards the ground for now. Head's the last thing. Let's breathe in through our nose. No arm movement. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest. Round and roll down bone by bone. Roll down, roll down, roll down. Trying to feel even from the left and right side. And if you don't, just assess where you're at. You're at the beginning of the class. Take a big breath in, slight bend in the knees. Exhale, round and roll up bone by bone. Slowly. Stacking yourself up, matching it to your breath. We're going to do one more roll down. Take a big breath in through your nose. No movement with the arms. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest. Round and roll down. Bone by bone. Arms are heavy. If I came by and knocked your arms, they would just sway off to the sides. Rocking them in a loving way, of course. Big breath in, slight bend in the knees. Exhale, blow that air out of our mouth. Start to force that air out and feel how that abdominal wall pulls in naturally to the spine. Very good. I'm going to turn around where my back is towards the middle of the mat now. We're going to be traditional on this. Do what you can. Cross one ankle on top of the other. You're going to cross one forearm on top of the other. You're in I Dream of Genie arms. You're going to slowly lower your bum down to the mat. If you need to reach down with your hands to support yourself, feel free. Your bum is now on the mat, and you're going to scoot yourself to the middle of the mat, wherever that is for you. Reach your legs out. I want your legs to be mat width apart. Flex your feet. Really reach to the heels. Toes are in the alignment of your feet being flexed. Reach your arms forward. Let's just start with some C-spine. Round our spine into a C-spine. Try to keep your shoulders over your hips, so the back rounds like a ball. Inhale, sit up as tall as you can. We continue with this. Exhale, round into a C-spine. Feel it's that dramatic breath that pulls your abdominal wall back. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Let's do that again. Exhale, round into that C-spine. Arms are parallel to the ground, pulling that belly back. Neck goes in the sequential line as your spine. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. One more C-spine. Exhale, round into a ball. Shoulders stay over those hips. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Let's do something similar so you know the difference. We're going to do our spine stretch. Let's bring our hands where they're stacked on top of one another like alligator hands, and bring your hands down towards the mat. Our back's against an imaginary wall. Exhale, tuck your chin down. Peel the head off that imaginary wall. Peel the upper back off the imaginary wall. Peel the middle back off the imaginary wall. Peel the lower back off the imaginary wall. But can we keep our pelvis on the imaginary wall so you're not reached forward like a hamstring stretch? Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Stack your spine up. Let's do that spine stretch again. Exhale, tuck our chin to our chest, round and roll down. Hands slide out on the mat in front of us. Peeling everything off except our pelvis. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. We do another. Exhale, tuck our chin to our chest, round and roll forward. Find that dramatic exhale. Pull that abdominal wall in with that dramatic breath. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Let's stack the other hand on top. Let's do the same thing. Exhale, tuck our chin to our chest, round and roll down. Bone by bone. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. No judgment. Just meet yourself where you're at. Again, exhale, let it match with your breath. So we're not doing quick movements here. I don't want you to find that hyperventilation breath. Nice calm breaths, like we're reading a book on the beach. One more time. Exhale, tuck our chin to our chest, round and roll. And now sit up nice and tall. Very nice. I want you to scoot down a little bit where your bum's on the edge of the mat. I want you to pull these knees in and hold on to your lower ankle if you can, and then round your spine into the C-spine. We're just going to stay here for a little bit. Maybe it's because I have a dog behind me. Maybe it's not. We're going to see. I want you to just round back just a bit. 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 Extend one of your legs out. Bring the other leg in tabletop. I want both hands on the knees for now. Pull that knee in. Let's switch it. Exhale. So a little single leg and this round ball position. Now, if you can think about it, I want the outside hand on the ankle, the inside hand on the knee, and then work the alignment of the leg. So when you bend that knee in towards your body, you really meet your flexibility or inflexibility. And I want you to honor the alignment of that leg, where the leg comes out of the hip, the knee, and the ankle are all in that same line. So again, that outside hand's on the ankle, inside hand's on the knee, and then that really helps you pull that leg into proper alignment. Whenever we have an inflexibility pattern, it starts to shift our leg in certain directions. Maybe how we cross our legs, maybe how you sleep at night. We all have different habits. Good. Hold one side in. Roll back a bit, roll back a bit, roll back a bit where you're at the tips of your shoulder blades. Let's switch again. Switch again. It's an exhale and switch. Exhale and switch. So we're at the tips of the shoulder blades doing our traditional single leg. Switch. Find that alignment. Really pull the leg in. One more time on each side. Good. Pull both knees in. Both hands are low towards the ankle. Reach the arms over your head. Extend these legs out. Start with the arms. The arms circle. Then you pull in the knees. Exhale. Stay lifted in your crunch. Inhale. Open yourself up. Circle the arms. Pull in the knees. Exhale. Inhale. Open yourself. Circle. Exhale. Pull in the knees. Inhale. Open yourself. Circle. Pull in the knees. Two more. Inhale. Circle, pull in the knees, last pass. Open yourself up. Circle, pull in the knees, interlace your hands back behind the head, thumbs trace down the side neck, extend one leg out. That opposite knee and elbow meet. Let's switch. Inhale as you go to the middle, exhale as you twist. Slowly, inhale, start to switch, exhale, find that twist. Inhale, exhale. Good. Letting that abdominal wall get a little fire. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Looking at the back elbow. Inhale. Try not to lower in your crunch whatsoever. Try to stay high in that crunch when you go to the middle and twist. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Good. Finish it on the other side.
Extend both legs to the ceiling. You are in your crunch. Stay lifted high in that crunch. Lower the legs down. Keep those ankles pointed. Flex the feet and then lift up. Exhale. Point through the ankles. Lower down. Elbows in your side view. Flex. Exhale. Continue as you do this. Try not to let your torso move around as you're doing this. Yes, we are really trying to keep that core stable as you are letting the weight of your legs lower and lift in space. Point the ankles lower down. Inhale. Flex. Exhale. Lift. 2 more. Point lower. Stay stable in your upper body. Flex. Lift. Last pass. Flex and lift. I want you to bring your head down, hands down. Bend your knees. One foot's flat, other foot's flat. I want you to round up into a bridge. Round the spine and roll the booty up bone by bone all the way until you're at your shoulders. Inhale, lift your hips high. Keep your wrists nice and flat. Exhale, round and roll down bone by bone. Feel even from the left and right side of your spine. Continue as you do these bridges, round and roll up. Think about the alignment of those legs. Toes and knees are pointed forward where those legs come out of your hips. Exhale as you round and roll down. In our traditional classical Pilates, this is a preparatory for some other work. So be grateful for this nice ease in this movement pattern. You want to play with where we're going to go? Of course you do. Keep your chest nice and open. We're going to hold it at the top on this next pass. Round and roll up, bone by bone, and stay here. Let's slide a leg out on the mat. Kick the leg up in space, flex the ankle. Point the ankle, lower down, slide the leg in. We don't give up toys here. We're okay with holiday toys. Slide the other leg out. Flex the foot up. Point the ankle down, slide it in. Slide out. Flex up. Point down. Slide it in. Slide it out. Flex up. Point down. Slide it in. Can your hips stay even? Slide it out. Flex it up. Point it down. Slide it in. Slide it out. Up. Down. Slide it in. Stay in. Lift your hips up even higher. I call this a typewriter. Sway your hips to one side. So slide them over. Slide them to the other side. Go to the middle and roll down your spine just a bit. I want you to bring your hips to the other side, whatever way you didn't start last time. Slide them to the other side. Go to the middle and roll down just a bit. Slide over. Slide over to the middle. Roll down just a bit. Last section here. Slide over. Slide over, keeping your hips even. Go to the middle and then roll down. We're going to do this all again. I want you to roll your pelvis up just a bit. Slide your hips one side. Slide your hips to the other side. Keep your hips even from left to right. Go to the middle. Roll up the spine a bit. Slide. Slide to the middle. Roll up a bit. Slide. Slide to the middle and then roll up. Really lift up here and then round and roll down. We're going to just do one bridge to the middle, and maybe you might feel what we just did. We open up the sides of our spines in different sections, round and roll up, bone by bone. So you may or may not feel just a little bit more fluidity throughout your spine as you roll up in this bridge and then round and roll down, especially when we get into our traditional moves that make us really articulate this spine. That being said, let's play with that. One knee lifts to tabletop. This microphone today is getting me. Lift the other leg to tabletop. And then I want you to roll the bum up just a bit. Exhale and then lower down. A lot of work there. Exhale, round and roll up, lower down. So you can keep playing with this. When we do our rollovers and Pilates, lifting the pelvis up off the mat is usually one of the most challenging aspects to it, and it has a lot to do with our breath. We have to force our exhale out so our tummy can pull in to allow our abs to work. Keep working on that. If you want to advance a little bit, feel free. You lower the long legs, extend up towards the ceiling, lift the legs, exhale, roll those legs up and over where they're parallel to the ground. Be patient where you're at. Open the legs up hip width, and then round and roll down, bone by bone, as if somebody is pulling at your toes, and then you try to find the evenness between the left and right side of your spine. Lower those legs down just a bit, close them, lift them to vertical. You exhale here, exhale, round and roll up, bone by bone. Give me the same speed in every position. Don't force it, no momentum. Open up hip width apart. Exhale, round and roll down. Reach through the fingers. Keep your wrists down nice and flat. All the way down, keep your chest nice and open. Lower the legs, close the legs, lift the legs. Exhale, up and over. Open. Round and roll down, exhale. Reaching through the legs. Chest stays open. Keep our legs hip width apart this time. Lift the legs. Exhale, up and over. Close the legs. Round and roll down. Rollovers and roll-ups are some of the hardest moves to get down, so be patient on your practice wherever you're at on the roll-ups and rollovers. Open up hip width. Lift to vertical. Exhale, up and over. Close the legs. Round and roll down. Exhale. Are your fingers down? Sometimes your fingers are acting like they're on a typewriter or piano. Trying to keep them down and grounded. Open. Lift to vertical. Exhale as you go up and over. Fluid. Close the legs. Exhale, round and roll down. Notice this has a lot to do with the flexibility of your spine, which again, that's why it's challenging sometimes if you have that inflexibility. Good. Lower one leg down. Keep one leg towards the ceiling. The leg towards the ceiling is pointed. The leg on the ground is flexed. Open your arms up mat width apart. We're going to do small leg circles here. Cross the body, lower, and then lift. Keep your hips grounded today. Cross, lower, exhale, lift. Don't move your hips. Cross, lower, exhale, lift. One more. And then let's reverse this. Open, down, exhale, up. Open, down, exhale, up. Open, down, exhale, up. Try not to let those hips shift. Good. Let's switch it out. We're going to get a little bit more advanced later on in our practice. Point the leg that's towards the ceiling, flex the foot on the ground. We cross the body, lower, exhale, lift. Keep your hips even, they don't shift. Cross, lower, exhale, lift. Cross, lower, find the precision in the movement. Cross, lower, exhale. Let's reverse this. Open, down, exhale as you lift. Open, down, exhale as you lift. Two more. Reach to that leg. Last pass. Very good. I want you to bend the knees into tabletop, hands on top of the knees, come up into a crunch, and you start to rock. Start to rock like you're rocking like a ball. We're going to do a couple of these passes, and then we're going to meet where we are balanced on our sit bones, and whenever you are ready, find your position there. You're really rounded like a ball. If you need to shift around to make this work for you, do so. Keep your head tucked in. The lower you can hold on your ankles, the better. Keep your shoulders down. Let's rock back. Keep your head tucked in. Exhale as you come up, find that little balance. Inhale, rock back. Exhale, come up. You continue on rolling like a ball. Don't judge yourself if you are rocking side to side. Sometimes when we wake up and we start stretching naturally, you notice you don't stretch evenly. Our body is very smart on what it needs to do and what it needs to work out. Sometimes I think rolling like a ball is that same mechanism. We start to rock to certain sides some days to break up adhesions we might not even be aware of. Two more passes. Inhale. Exhale. Stay tight in your ball. One last pass. And you're going to stay balanced on those sit bones and just stay. Very good. Stay. Can we pull our tummy in even more with our exhale, keeping our shoulders down our spine? Of course we can. Good. Let's reach our arms out. Extend your legs up. We're going to find our teaser position. And we're just holding into this teaser. Oh, you ready? Open your heart. Round and roll your spine down bone by bone. Keep your legs up here at this angle. Reach your arms, drop your head. Lift your head. Exhale, come up. If you need to grab onto your legs to help yourself with the teaser, feel free. Let's do it again. Open our heart. Exhale, round and roll down. Keep those legs as they are today. Reach your arms, drop your head. We lift our head. Exhale as you come up, come up, come up, come up, come up, come up. One more time. I'm going to advance you later on in this practice with this teaser, but I want to give you just a taste. Reach your arms, drop the head, lift the head. Exhale, come up, come up, come up, come up. Use your arms and legs if you need to. I want you to cross those ankles. We're going to come to our knees. Scoot yourself back. We're on your hands and your knees. Flex your feet. You're going to hover your knees up and then lower down. That's all we're doing for now. Continue. Hover the knees, lower. As you do this, I want you to keep your back in neutral spine. That's where it's a nice long spine. And let that neck always follow that line. Think the front of the neck and the back of the neck have the same length. So in other words, you don't drop your head where you shorten the front of the neck and lengthen the back, or lift where you shorten the back and lengthen the front. Nice and even. Exhale. One more time. Lift it up, pike it up, and fold in half. From here, walk your hands out just a bit. And then you're going to shift forward to a plank position. Shoulders over those hands, and then exhale, pike it up. So if you practice with me, you'll notice, continue, I give you a lot of moves that we do on all the apparatuses in Pilates. So we can just change it up. It feels good. We pike to plank a lot on the reformer. And this is a good place to find it, especially without a moving reformer underneath you. Shift forward, inhale, exhale, pike it up, fold in half. One more time. Shift forward to that plank. And then exhale, pike it up. I want you to walk your feet in just a bit where your feet can somewhat find the ground, or heels find the ground, and you can lift the toes. And if that's a lot on your flexibility, just do whatever you can. Just try to find those toes lifted, and if you can get the heels flat, feel free. From the ribs to the wrists, try to round up through your spine and stay in that position. Now hold on to this. I'm mimicking an elephant, but we're just going to do our transition as we would to our arabesque on the reformer. You're going to swing one leg back in space, and then lower this leg back down. Find the elephant position, foot flat, toes lifted. Swing the other leg back in space, and then lower down. Now, we keep doing this, alternating, but really round yourself from the ribs to the wrist and try to hold that. You can only go so far with the leg extending back in space with keeping that roundness through your torso. Eyes on the thighs, hips even from left to right. Exhale as you swing one leg back. Inhale, lower down. I'm trying to keep my toes lifted that are on the ground. Again, exhale back. Stay rounded from ribs to wrist. Two more. Exhale, go back. Lower. One more time. Sway back. And then lower down. Good. I want you to bend down where you're on your knees and your hands, and then come back up to that pike. Good. A little shorter pike than we were normally, or not normally before. Knees down. Exhale, pike it up. Good. Continue. I like this fluid movement because we're really opening ourselves up in that armpit area. I think our arms are always dangling by our side for the most part throughout the day with gravity. Sometimes we need that flexibility in our life where our arms can reach overhead. Pike it up. One more time. Find it down. Good. Come up. And we're going to do a little thigh stretch. I want those feet flat on the ground, the top of the feet anyway. Hands are by our side. Let's work on our alignment. Ears over shoulders, shoulders over ribs, ribs over our hips, hips over the knees. We're going to lean back, reach your arms forward, and tuck your chin as you lean back. And then exhale, come up in this position to vertical. It's called our thigh stretch. Try to find that movement. Lean back, feel the thigh stretch. Chin tucks, you reach your arms. Exhale as you come up. Again, inhale, lean back. Tuck that chin to your chest. Exhale as you come up. Inhale, lean back. Chin tucks. Exhale as you come up. Again, inhale, lean back. Shoulders stay down. Exhale. One more. Inhale, lean back. And then exhale. Very good. Cross your ankles, cinch your bum back down onto the ground. You're going to be about middle of the mat. Legs are going to open up mat width. Flex your feet. Reach your arms out to the side, palms down. Squeeze your arms back behind you. Squeeze back even more, squeeze back even more, squeeze back even more. I want to take your arms out of it, but obviously you have to work holding that. Twist your spine to one side. Look at the backhand. Let's twist one, and then twist two. Go to the other side. Squeeze those arms back behind you. Twist one, twist two, and turn. Exhale, exhale, twist. Now, if I had my hands on your hips, I want you to find no movement in that pelvis and try to find this rotation happening in those small spine muscles that do rotation. Good. Exhale, exhale, look at the backhand. Exhale, 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 squeeze these arms back behind you more if you can. Exhale, exhale, twist, exhale, exhale, last pass. Exhale and exhale. Reach your arms forward. Round your spine like a ball and then slowly roll back bone by bone. We're going to turn on the side, any side you desire. I want the back of your body to be aligned with the back edge of the mat. And we're going to have our bottom arm long with our head rested on it. If that's too uncomfortable for you, you could always bend your elbow and rest here. From this position, your feet are pointed to the front corners of the mat. Top hand is down for support. Lift the top leg up with a nice flex foot. We're going to kick forward with two pulses. You kick one, kick two, point through the ankle, swing back with a nice stable torso. Kick forward, 1, 2, point, inhale, swing back. How stable can you keep your torso as we're doing our leg kicks? Good. Kick forward, 1, 2, point through the ankle and swing. Exhale, exhale, point and swing back. Keep going. Exhale, exhale, point, swing back. Continue as you move here. Point, swing back. It's not Christmas time. Don't let those toys trick you. Swing back. Exhale, exhale, point the ankle and swing back. Keep going. Exhale, exhale, point, swing back. Really kick to that point where you feel like you can handle it and then push that flexibility a little bit more. Good. Kick, kick, and then point and swing more. Sometimes we cut ourselves a little short when we do this leg kick. When I really work on my flexibility, I notice how much further I can go if I really put a little bit more thought into it. Good. One more time. Today, we're going to do big leg circles. So hold it aligned with our body. Kick this leg forward. Open this leg up to the ceiling and then lower down. Our leg externally rotates there for a little bit. So swing forward, legs neutral. You lift up and then you can't help but externally rotate. And then lower down, leg goes back neutral. Kick forward and lift and lower. Make the work happen. This is an inhale. This is the exhale because it's a lot to lift the leg in space. Lower down. Inhaling. This is an exhale. Inhale down. So this is a long inhale. Still inhaling as you go forward. Exhale as you go up. Inhale as you lower down. Couple more passes. Try to keep a nice strong torso, not jamming that side tummy into the mat as you move here. I know it's a lot of work to be had, but that's why we're here. 2 more. Go forward. Lift it up. Lower it down. Last pass. Go forward. This is mimicking our Cadillac moves that can be done on the tower and springboard. We're going to reverse this. So you lift up. We're externally rotated here. You lower in front of you. You're back to neutral, and then you swing the leg forward. So a little external. You lift. Go forward. Swing back. This is an exhale. Inhaling as you lower. Still inhaling as you swing back to neutral. Kick it up. Exhale. Forward. Go back neutral. You love it? I love it. Come up. Lower forward. Swing back neutral. Couple more. Exhale. Inhale forward. Go back to neutral one more time. Kick it up. Lower it forward. Come back to neutral. You're almost done here. Flex through the foot. I want you to lift this leg up a couple inches and lower down, working on that side leg. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you lower. Work on the neutral of the leg so toe and knee is forward in space, not letting yourself find an external or internal rotation to lift even higher. It's not about that. I want it to stay in that neutral zone. Really working that side leg. Exhale as you lift. Inhale, lower. Not letting the side tummy jam into the mat when you lift the leg, letting it come from the side body only. Exhale, inhale, lower. Couple more. Exhale. Good. Working out in a nice calm state. We are going too fast in society. Our phones, our computers, our TV shows, our movies, our songs, everything is bound to amp us up. Our drinks, everything. And it takes us to say, no, my body likes it when I work in a nice, calm environment. Because there's way too many things out there that's already trying to tune you up, babe. Not today. Especially the older that you get, our body is in dire need to slow down. Okay? One more time. Lift it. Lower it. Okay, I said we're doing one more thing, but I lied. Now we're going to do one more thing. Point the ankle. Small little leg circles here. Exhale up. Inhale down. It's aligned with our body. Good. How stable can we keep our hips as we're doing these leg circles? So stable. So calm. Our shoulders are down our spine. They're not creeping up to our ears. And not judging ourselves when we realize we're doing some of the things I talk about. That's why I talk about them. Trying to find awareness. And you'll notice you're doing it in other exercises most likely because it's always a habit kind of a thing. And you're also doing it outside of Pilates, I'm sure. So just be aware. Awareness is key. 2. Exhale. One more time. We must reverse, of course. Lower down. Exhale on the lift. We exhale in Pilates on the work. So think about when you lift, that's the work here anyway. Exhale, inhale down. Exhale, go into the rhythm of that nice calm breath. We could go fast, I know, but we're not going to. We know better. Exhale, inhale down. How stable can we keep that tummy? And when it comes to going slow, again, a little bit more science, we're going to work a little bit more muscle fibers, work them harder, going in that slower tone. Good, because they're having to hold it longer. 2 more. Last time. I'll really let you finish this time. Let's bend this knee in front of our body. Align the back leg to the alignment of your body. So the bottom leg aligned with your body. Let's flex that foot. Let's try to stack our hips here so we're really facing forward. Lift that bottom leg up and then lower down. Lead through the heel. Sometimes our ankles can get cray and they can go to some internal and external rotation or that supination, pronation, whatever you want to call it. I want it to be nice and neutral, like we're walking on the ground. So it is lifting up from your inner thigh versus your ankle bed. Good. A couple more passes here. Exhale. It's an ankle bed anyway. Exhale. Couple more passes. Lift and lower. Good. The more you do this, you'll notice your hips because, our body's having to do a lot of things, so it tends to be a little lazy sometimes. We really start to drop the top hip and really try to keep that top hip stacked so we can find it in that inner thigh. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Or that deep front line if you're wanting to look at it fascially. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Is this leg aligned with our body? We're trying. Are we doing our Pilates breath? Forcing that air out of our mouth with a nice relaxed face and really forcing that air out. Feel how that pulls in our tummy. Inhale. 2 more. Exhale, lift. 1 more. Exhale, you lift it, babe, and you keep it. We do little small pulses with calm breaths. We're not matching our breath to this calm pulse. Good. Exhaling, just we're calmly breathing, and we're pulsing. 2 different rhythms. Good. A little bit more. How neutral is our leg? So neutral. That ankle is neutral. Of course it is, Elena. Thanks for reminding me. Good. Why do I not want us to do this with our head, this little head support? Because it shortens the side of our neck, and that's just not a cute look when you're standing up in space. So I don't like to work you there. I like to keep our neck in alignment because most of our necks usually aren't in alignment because of things like that. So 2 more passes. We all have our rhymes and reasons. Good. 2 more. And good. Lower it down. Now, both legs are going to meet where they're aligned with your body. You're going to really have to support yourself with this top hand. You ready? Both legs lift up, lower down. We keep going here. So, the bone of your leg that is towards the ground, which I'm sure you might feel pressure on right now, has a lot of muscles that connect to it. So that's why it's a little sensitive when you lift and lower. You really feel it on that bottom hip. I'm going to say in a fascial sense, babe, break it up. It needs to get a little attention. So I'm going to say you just take that. I'll take that little pain because fascial adhesions get sticky on those muscles, the top of the muscles, especially where they connect. And then we just get tighter the older we get. Our muscles need to glide on each other and not get stuck on one another. And sometimes that's just the price we got to pay. 2 more passes here. Lift and lower. You could always double up your mat if that feels too much. 2 more. Exhale, lower, last pass. Very good. I want you to swing. We're going to go to the other side before I forget all the things that I added to this leg series. I told myself to be traditional, and I always change it up. I'm not sorry about it. I am who I am. So get your back aligned to the back edge of the mat. Bottom arm is going to support your head, both legs at the front corner of the mat. Top hand is supporting you like a kickstand. Are you ready? Of course you are. Lift the top leg aligned with your hip, babe. We're going to kick forward. Remember our flexibility. Go to the point. Go even further. Point through the ankle and swing it back. Aligned with our hip the whole time. You go 1 and a 2 and a point the ankle. Inhale, swing back. Our back is stable in space. As if our torso does not shift. It is only this femur, our leg, sliding around in that very stable hip joint and not letting our ego say, I can kick forward. Of course you can. But if you did, it's going to shift that pelvis around, and that's not the name of the game today. Exhale, exhale, point through the ankle and swing it back. We're trying to stay stable in our torso, not letting your bottom tummy slam into the mat as we're doing this, trying to stay even from the left and right sides of our tummy. Exhale, exhale, point the ankle and swing back. Whenever you do this mat work, you're going to be sleeping like a baby like Miss Brooklyn here later. You're welcome. Point the ankle and swing back. Couple more. Exhale, exhale. Try not to look down at your feet too much. I want that head to be nice and even. Remember, the front and back neck need to be nice and even at all times. 2 more. Exhale, exhale, point, swing back, last pass. Exhale, exhale, point, swing back, big leg circles today. You kick forward. You lift up to the ceiling, our leg externally rotates naturally. Lower down, our legs neutral. You go forward, lift it up. It's an exhale. This is an inhale, still inhaling as you go forward. You kick it up, lower down. Go forward. Keep going. So think we're meeting in 3 different points. Try not to stop yourself from those 3 points. If you have that little kind of popping action, that's just tight little ligaments, tight little muscles sometimes, skipping around those bones. If that bothers you, no pain, of course. Shorten your range of motion. So make it smaller so that doesn't happen. If that is getting to you, I like to work in that range of motion and see if I can find a little bit of stability and strength. Good. 2 more passes. Forward. Come up. Lower. 1 more. Go forward. Side tummy is nice and even. We're going to kick it up now. Ready to reverse it? Exhale up. You go forward and then swing back. You externally rotate. Exhale up. Forward. And back. Keep going. Exhale. And forward. And back. Stay with me. Keep that calm mindset. I know sometimes, especially when I follow workout videos, I'm like, whoa, girl. I always push myself more when I'm teaching. It's like I'm not working out. It's like I'm talking to you instead, because I am. So just try to find that, like, I got it. It's not a big deal. Fake it till you make it kind of mindset. Go back. 2 more. Kick it up. Go forward. Swing it back. Can I remember all the things that we did? I think I can. Last pass. Up. Forward. And aligned with the body. Flex the foot. Really lead with that heel. Lift it up about 12 inches and lower it down. Keep going. So when you lift up, our side tummy really likes to jam into the mat to make that happen. Not today, babe. You're going to stay even in this torso and let it work from that outer thigh. Lift and lower. Exhale and lower. Up. What's the coolest thing you've done so far today? I mean, other than this workout. Let's let that little brain think. The coolest thing. I have some feral cats in the back that, I mean, just love it when they see me because I feed them, of course, and one of them's somewhat of a newer kitten. She's not a year old yet, but she just now loves me so much and just wants me to love all over her, and it feels so good. So that would be one of the coolest things that I've done today. It makes me feel good. Exhale, lift. 2 more. And then, you know what we're going to do? Some circles. Find your circles, any direction your little heart desires. Still working in about that 12-inch range on diameter. Exhale. Trying to find a nice stable torso the whole time. And a neutral leg. So think toe and knee stays forward in space, not letting that external internal happen. Exhale, lifting. And a lifting. Couple more. Last one. We're gonna reverse it with a neutral leg. Lower. Exhale. Good. And it up. Couple more passes. Calm. Steady. Loving the work. Loving the movement. Couple more. I know I already said that, but I really mean it this time. Last pass. Ooh, okay, bring this leg in front of you. I want you to bring the back leg or bottom leg aligned with your body and then stack your hips. So sometimes you really got to shift yourself where that can work for you. Flex that bottom foot. You lift and then you lower down. Now don't let that ankle do anything crazy, which has a lot of mind-body connection here because sometimes you just don't know what's happening with your body, especially if you don't have a mirror right in front of you. I don't. I have this video camera where I'm sometimes looking at myself on the big screen and I'm like, oh God, I need to work on that, which I'm grateful for because, I mean, there's no Pilates teacher in here telling me what to do. Good. So trying to find that mind-body connection, trying to keep that leg neutral. Sometimes I get really excited when I start teaching Pilates and then I just yap more and more. Welcome to the practice, babe. Exhale up, keep that toe and knee forward. Notice how sometimes that thigh, I mean, we got lots of different leg bones down there and they like to do different things, believe it or not. Trying to keep that thigh neutral. Or personally right now, I can tell my thigh is wanting to externally rotate because it's probably an easier pattern for me. But I don't want to walk with my toes out to the side when I'm now or even later in my life. I want to walk neutral where my toes and knees are forward. So I'm doing everything I can right now to strengthen that neutral alignment because it matters. Exhale, lift. I don't know about you, but I want to be walking until the day I die. I don't ever want to be chair-ridden, bed-ridden. I want to get up by myself and go to the bathroom and take a shower or whatever. I will take a bath. That's my jam. So we need to strengthen these core muscles so we are able to do that. Don't ever forget the power of walking, okay? Exhale, lift. One more. I didn't forget about you. And lift. Lower down. Both legs are in alignment now. With grace. Flex your feet. Both legs lift. And lower. Remember that little bone, well, it's not little, but the bone that is on our hip is what you probably feel is a bone of our thigh bone down there.
We have a lot of muscles that connect right there to that side of the bone, and that usually makes it very sensitive when we are lifting and lowering. The fascia specialist in me is like, take it, you need it. But if that is too much, feel free to pad yourself up. You can double up your mat as we started in class to give yourself a little bit more padding. But I like these muscles to have a little fluidity in between them, and we need to break up that adhesion in our fascial beds around them so that can happen. That's why I say take it. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Good. Try not to get the sides of the tummy shifting here. Try to keep those nice and strong. You really feel the inner thigh of the bottom leg and the side of the top hip working on you. Exhale, lift for all the different layers. Be patient where you're at in your practice. 2 more passes. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. I think I remembered everything. Exhale, lift, and lower. Some days I'm on it. Some days I'm not. Exhale, lift. The perfect human in me. 2 more. Exhale. Last pass. Okay. Drop it. Turn onto your tummy. Yeah. Gladly. Hands right underneath that chest. I want you to point through those feet, top of the feet down on the ground. Inhale, lift the eyes, lift the head, lift the back. Midway up, not all the way up. Halfway. Exhale, lower down. I'm going to have you think about it this way. Point your elbows back in space. Inhale, lift the eyes, lift the head, lift the back. Keep the tummy on the mat. So I want that upper back to find the engagement and lower down. You might feel it a little bit, somewhat lower mid-back. Inhale, lift the eyes, lift the head, lift the back. We inhale on back extensions. Why? Because it puts air in our lungs, and then that means we can get in more of a range of motion in the back extension. Inhale. If we get more air in our lungs, we can curl back more. Exhale, lower. That's usually our only exception in our Pilates breathing. So you exhale on the work, and you inhale on back extensions. Now you know everything. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, lift, and then lower. Eyes down. Reach your arms over your head. Shoulders are down your back. You lift your legs. You lift your arms. One arm and one leg lift a little higher than the other. We start our swim. Inhaling, kicking those arms and legs. Exhaling. This is a breathing exercise. We inhale for a full 5 count, and then you exhale for a full 5 count. Get all that air out. Tummy pulls into the spine. Big inhale in. Big exhale out. Force it out, force it out, force it out. Big inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Shoulders are down. They're not creeped to the ears. Exhale. Force all that air out. Feel the tummy pull in the spine. Inhale. Remember, it's a breathing exercise. Exhale. Inhale. Can we make our arms a little bit more narrow towards our ears? Closer together. Exhale, but keep our shoulders down our spine. Can we lift our limbs in space just a bit more? Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. You got it. Exhale. Force it all out. Feel that tummy pull in. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Yes. Hands down. Send your bum back. You're in a rest position, also known as a child's pose. We're not here for long because we're doing Pilates. Good. Come back to your tummy. Reach back. Try to grab onto an ankle. Then you grab onto the other ankle. If you can't, just try to grab onto your pants. Maybe wrap a towel around. Wait until you can find this level of flexibility. Send your feet back and then let it lift up through your torso. And then drop down. A little bit of a rocking prep. Inhale. Press the feet into the hands. Let it lift your torso. No pinching, no pain. Exhale as you lower down. Again, inhale. Push and lift. Exhale. You keep going like this. If you can, flex your feet. Same thing. Inhale. See how it lifts you a little bit more. Exhale. Prepping or rocking. Inhale. Is your chest open evenly from left to right? Exhale. We're trying
2 more. Because we're here, I don't want to promise you I do this later, and I don't. So we're going to do the whole thing. If it's too challenging, you just keep doing what we're doing now. Now hold this position. Now see if we can lift up even more, lift up even more, lift up even more. You hold on to the shape with all you got. Your eyes are the only thing that move around. You lower your eyes, you lift your eyes. Eyes lower, eyes lift. So it's exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Get that breath dramatic, and you'll start to rock naturally. Eyes down, eyes lift. The breathing muscle, our diaphragm, is moving, and that's what causes that rock to happen. 2 more. Last pass. Good. Relax and reach yourself or relax yourself down. Push back to a rest position one more time. Lovely. And let's sit down on our bum, middle of the mat. Since we're doing the fun moves, let's stay with it. Your legs are crossed, crisscross applesauce. Grab onto the tops of the feet. Okay, remember, this is a practice. You do what you can. You roll up to the tops of the knees. Sometimes it's a lot on our ankles to make that happen. Do what you can. The top of the head finds the mat. Lean forward till you find a good stretch in the back of the neck. It feels good. Come back. If you need to rock side to side so it doesn't hurt your ankles, feel free. You roll back, and then you switch your feet. Grab onto the other top foot. You roll forward. Come to the tops of the knees. If you need to waddle so it's not pressure on your ankles, do so. The top of the head finds the mat, and you lean forward. Find that stretch. You go back, and you roll back. Switch it. Good. This is our crab. Come forward. Come to the knees. To the top of the head. You lean forward. You go back. All the way back. And then you switch it. Continue. Find this beautiful smooth movement. When else can you get into a good stretch like that for the back of the neck? No pinching and pain on these spine bones as you get into this motion. 2 more of these. Be patient. Go back. Switch it out. Come up. Come to the knees. Top of the head finds the mat. Lean forward. Go back. All the way back. Switch it up. Oh, shall we stay here? I think we should. Hands are by our side. Legs are neutral to the ground. Hello. You ready to transition? Of course you are. I want you to slowly roll down, bone by bone. Okay? Don't get used to what we're doing because I'm going to change you up. Once your legs lower, lift your head. Find your teaser. Open your heart. Okay, traditional teaser. We're not doing many. Round and roll down. Your legs lower, but they hover. You drop your torso and your head. You lift your torso and your head. Then you exhale, come up. If you need to grab on, grab on. At the top, open your heart. And then exhale, round and roll down. Hover the legs and drop the torso and head. Lift up. Exhale, up, 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 up. Good. We're going to transition fun again. Open the legs, grab onto your ankles. Welcome to the party. Open your heart. Open like rocker, kind of like rolling like a ball. You go back, and then you come up, and then you balance on your sit bones, and then you open your heart. You go back, you come up, balance on the sit bones, but you open your heart. You round, you roll, you come up, open your heart, 2 more, round, go back, come up, open that beautiful heart, 1 more, round, go back, come up, and then you open your heart, and you stay there, and you stay there, and you stay there, and you stay there. Good. Close your legs. Ready? Reach your arms up and back. Yeah. Good. You hold yourself here, but open your heart. Think leg circles. Legs lower down, and then exhale as you lift. And then we reverse it. You lower down, Exhale and you lift. The sides of the feet stay together. It is not that big of a circle where those feet are shifting from left and right. Try to honor that. You lower, exhale, lift up. I didn't make up these moves. Joseph Pilates did. Exhale, couple more. Lower, exhale, lift. You lower, exhale, lift. One more on each side. Lower, exhale, lift. Last pass. Exhale, lift. You ready? Reach your arms to the feet. Yeah. And then around and roll down, lower all the way down. Very good. Let's just stay here. Relax your feet. Open your hands up where they're wider than the mat. We only got a little bit left to do. Flex the feet now. One leg reaches up towards the ceiling. You point through that ankle. We do it big this time. Cross the body. Let the hip lift. You lower the leg. The hips stay grounded on the mat now. Open out to the side. Exhale to the ceiling. Big leg circles. You cross and let that hip lift. You lower down. Stabilize the hips as you lift. So the only time is when the leg crosses the body, the hip lifts, and the rest of the time the hips stay equal and even. You let it lift. Lower down, equal and even. Last pass. Cross, let it lift. Feel that transition all the way up the spine. It feels amazing. And let's do the opposite direction. So you open up with stable hips. You lower down with stable hips. You cross the body, the hip lifts. And then you come to the ceiling. Again, stable hips, the hip lifts. Stable hips, the hip lifts. Good, so it's this inhale. Here's our exhale. Inhale. Here's your exhale. One more. Now we're nice and warmed up. Feels better than we would have at the beginning. It all worked out perfectly. Lower, flex the foot. Point the other leg up towards the ceiling. Cross, let the hip lift. Lower down. Open out with stable hips. Good. Cross, hip lifts. Lower down, stable hips. Exhale. Cross. Lower down. Exhale. Cross. Good. 2 more. Last pass. Shall we reverse it? Of course. Open out. Point down. Exhale. Good. Hips are stable. Then the hip lifts. Let it translate up that spine. Open. The shoulders stay down, just in case if you were wondering that. Exhale. How smooth and stable can we make this? How precise? 2 more. How much control? Last pass. Very good. Lower down. Turn on your tummy. Just a little bit more for me today. Just a little. Once you're here, I want you to interlace your fingers back behind your back, and then lower your elbows. So the hands come up high on the back, and then you relax your elbows. Shoulders are down your spine. I want you to always remember that. Glue your feet together. Let's kick our butt, keeping your hips down. Kick your butt 1, don't let the hips lift. Kick 2, one more time. Kick 3, reach your arms, reach your legs, lift up into a back extension. Yes, shoulders stay down. Let's turn our head the other way, lower ourselves down, hands high, elbows relaxed, kick the booty. 3 times with our hips grounded into the mat. Reach the arms, reach the legs, lift up into a back extension. Lower down, hands high, elbows relaxed. Kick 1, hips down, 2, 3, inhale, lift. Lower. Exhale, 1, and a 2, and a 3, inhale, up. 1, and 2, and 3, inhale, up. If it's too much on your knees, these legs can be hip width apart. Inhale. One more time. If my neck and my back is hurting, this is my homework. I feel like it gets everything back into alignment. Or let's say I'm doing too much computer work. My head's too shifted forward. One more on each side. I probably already said that, but I feel like I need to do it in a more calm state. So thanks. Y'all are doing it for me. Last pass. Kick and a kick. Hips are even and down. Inhale, lift, and then lower. Turn onto your back. You're so cute. You're so cute. Lower down. Lay down. Relax your legs. Relax your arms. Just be. You stay with me, okay? Just melt yourself into the mat. Tell your body thank you. Just allow yourself to be exactly where you're at. No rush. You know, we require rest. Sometimes society really tells us we need to be, we need to do, we need to go, blah, blah, blah. And it is up to us in our own free will to say no, listen to ourselves on what we need to do. There's a lesson in our own self of how we need to relax. We need to recharge. As if you stayed up for 5 days in a row, you would not be a good human. My goodness, you'd be delusional. We fluctuate. Sometimes we need more rest than other days. Trying to find that level of calmness, especially in the things we cannot control. You know what we can control? Ourselves. And I like to think that in some way, in some fashion, it sounds a little cray, we've already lived this life. We've already done it. There's a version of ourselves that's 90 years old that has already walked the path and has already done the things that you're going to do today, and it's already going to do the things that you're going to do tomorrow, and it's already fought the fights and, oh, maybe not fights, that's not a good word. It's already handled the business, dealt with the people. So sometimes, whenever we face something, or we're like, oh my God, I just don't know what to do, what I do is I call on my higher self. And that girl is the one that has already walked this path, the one that has already dealt with that thing, that's already faced front with that person. Because guess what? In retrospect, we always know what we should have, could have, would have done. And just calm down, go within, and say, hey, what do I need to do? And it's just like, boom, I already know. Like I just got filled up with the answer. I already know what to do. I already know how to handle it. And then we need to go within and be brave enough to handle it. Remember that everything can be done and said through love. We can set boundaries through love. It is not our responsibility to make other people understand us. No, no. It is our responsibility to say what we need to say through love. Let's try to not be so separated. Like right now in these times, it is very, you're on this side of the fence and I'm on this side of the fence. And we're like, why are you on that side of the fence? We don't need to be doing that. You know what we need to do? We need to just put praise over that person. We need to pray for them. And if you're not into praying, you just need to speak good thoughts over those people. They'll get it. They'll wake up. They'll see. They'll understand. Just know it. That's what we need to be doing. We need to join the forces. Raise the vibration. Watch what we are consuming. We are here to create. We do not need to be consuming constantly. We need to be creating more. Okay? You got it? I'm going to say that again. We need to create more and not consume as much. I'm not saying you're not supposed to consume. That's not it. But there should be more creating than consuming. Okay? There's lots of ways to consume. Can we work within? Because when you do that, babe, you're going to raise the vibration of this planet. Create. We need you. We need you to do what you do. Okay? Even if you're like, girl, I don't know what to do. Yes, you do. Don't overthink it. You know exactly what to do every single day. You have a whole list of things that you need to do today. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Okay? It's all in the mundane. Go wash those dishes. Go fold those clothes. Go make yourself something yummy to eat. Go draw you a bath. Go take a shower. Wash your hair. That's what I need to do. Anyway, okay. Lay there as long as you need to. I appreciate you very much for being here. Like, love, subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you want any other Pilates content out there. I will do my best to create it for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Until next time, my friends.